Hey guys, Coach Chris and Sarah here with The Endurance Edge. We are certified sports nutritionists and registered dietitians here to give you a fueling edge recipe. And today is going to be super easy and probably one of our favorites.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, peanut butter protein balls. So ingredients, couldn't be any simpler. We've got a vanilla protein powder, but you could use, we actually have a combination of unflavored and vanilla because if it's all vanilla, it's just like a little bit too much for my taste. So we've got a little mixture of that. And then we've got peanut butter because it's amazing, but you could use any nut butter that you wanted to, a sunflower seed butter, an almond butter, some sort of mixture of the two. We've got a little bit of honey, also acts kind of as a, to kind of gel it all together. And just a little tip, I like to heat my peanut butter up in the microwave, just a little bit so it mixes a little better. So in what application would we use these?
These are going to be great for a snack. So in between meals, snacks on the go. A lot of the protein bars out there can be actually candy bars in disguise. So yes, this does have a little bit of sugar in it with the honey, but you can control the amount. So you know the ingredients that are in it. Also, a lot of the protein bars out there have a list of ingredients this long. I'm not really sure what all of those things are. So it's just a good option to have something to get you in between your meals.
Right. And we are rather picky about our protein powders. So we've got several brands that we recommend to people that are certified, NSF certified, as well as informed choice. So in other words, they're not going to be contaminated with anything, and they're going to be minimally have minimal other ingredients. So for example, the unflavored whey protein that we have is whey protein and whey protein isolate versus the concentrate, and a sunflower lecithin, which basically is an anti-clumping agent, and that's it. So if you do get the vanilla version of it, it will have a vanilla flavoring and maybe like a little bit of a stevia sweetener. So
yeah. And the NSF and the informed choice that Chris mentioned, those are third-party testing agencies. So they go in and test a product without any bias to the company to tell us if the product's safe, it's effective, if it doesn't, make sure it doesn't have anything in there that's not supposed to be in there, and to make sure it has the right amount. So if it says it has 20 grams of protein, we know it has 20 grams of protein. So whenever you're looking for supplements, and that's something you can talk to your dietitian about, just looking for those third-party testing symbols.
Absolutely. So I know it's very confusing as a consumer with protein powders or any supplement for that matter, but try not to just willy-nilly buy anything off of the shelf. Marketing is pretty good at making things sound very snazzy, but make sure you buy a good quality one. If you have any questions about what those are, then we're here to help. So
yes, all right, recipe time.
Let's get rolling.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm hungry. Okay, so we've got our protein powder. You can use a vegan version. Vegan versions also tend to absorb more, so you might need to up your amounts of honey just to make it kind of easier to mix. So tell me what you would roll your protein balls in.
So before I get into what I do, this recipe will be linked so you know the right amounts and what to add, but I make a slightly different version. So today we're rolling ours in cocoa powder. I know Chris typically rolls her in coconut flakes, but what I do is I add chocolate chips and then I'll sprinkle a little bit of warmed peanut butter over top. So just to make it extra good. There's nothing wrong with a little more peanut butter in the world, right?
All
right, so now Chris has added all the ingredients. She's just going to mix it up to combine it. Once she does that, we'll go ahead and scoop it out. Today we're using an ice cream scoop. You could certainly use just a regular old kitchen spoon. We both use meat ballers or melon ballers at home. It just makes it a little bit easier. They're all kind of the same size, but you can make them really big. You can make them smaller, just depending on kind of what you're looking for.
And this makes enough for me to eat in 2 days. Okay, maybe not quite that much, but and did you say where they keep best?
Yep, so I typically store them in the fridge. So when you first mix them, they might be a little sticky. So if you go ahead and roll them out, put them in the fridge overnight, the next morning they won't be as sticky, so they'll kind of harden up a little bit. Do you store yours in the fridge as well?
Yeah, just so they don't stick together and so they're not visible to me when I walk in the kitchen because otherwise I would eat them all. That's pretty much how that happens. And just FYI, we are using an organic peanut butter, and it's the kind that you do have to stir, and I find that actually works better than your store brand shelf version, like the just regular peanut butter companies of the world. You know who
everybody
you are.
knows.
Yeah, so that little extra liquid actually, and I have clean hands, makes it to kind of come together better because it's a little bit more liquid. So you've got the disher, and now I have dirty hands. So I'll let you do your thing.
So it is kind of a little bit of an arm workout when you're mixing it together.
Just like the peanut butter that you mixed.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
All right, so you have to kind of squeeze them together to make them hold shape, and then you just kind of roll it, and then we'll roll it in a little bit of cocoa powder
I made
here.
mine bigger than yours. All right, I'll make it a little smaller. So this is a really fun thing. If you have kids, like I do, they love doing this, and just FYI, they will make a mess, and it's totally fine, and they'll probably eat them while they're going. So yeah, so oh, look how cute they are. Very nice. So the nice part about coating them, and you don't have to, because that's kind of what it ends up looking like if you don't coat it. But if you store them together, or say if you want to like put them in a baggie and have them on a ride just for something different, and put them in a jersey pocket, it'll probably get smushed and stick together, which is fine, you know, if you like that. But having a little bit of a drier coating will help them from getting all gluey and stuck together. So yeah, this recipe makes about a dozen or so. So obviously you could double this and have a really nice snack on the go. And that's really it.
Yeah, super easy. Good snack throughout the week. This is what the finished product looks like. So what we're gonna do next is go ahead and store them in the fridge so that they'll kind of harden a little bit, and we can take them on our next ride or bike or next time we head to the gym.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or ideas for us to do future recipes, make sure you leave it in the comments below, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next recipe. Thanks for watching. Bye.